changes that signalled spring's arrival could be found in the land. Trees began to blossom. The air warmed, and the days grew slightly longer. Winter clothing could be abandoned very briefly. Light flooded into dark rooms, making them far more cheery and bright. The village itself became a riot of spring flowers. Purples, yellows, whites. Each day something new began to appear. And now the silence was peppered by the song of birds. The signs of spring could also be found in the people of the village who emerged from their houses to till the land and plant early vegetables. Now the chatter of conversations could be heard, as news and information and the latest gossip were shared across the fields. There was always something for Bozo to observe and watch and bark at and sniff. The smells of spring were beyond his delight. Invariably, if we passed by one of our neighbours working in their garden, we would be offered a few cabbages. Yes, as spring began apace, the village began to come alive. There were many mornings when the clouds sat low in the valley and the village was in a world on its own. And some days when we were just enveloped in cloud. So I'm going to do that. Hello, it's me. I'm not going to sing, don't. This has got to be a momentous day in that I am so happy that it has rained. I might not be by the end of this week because I think although the rain has come slightly earlier than it was forecast, there are forecast the possibility of storms today, which is always a bit of a worry up here in the mountains because generally the stories we were told and what actually happened, we only lost power twice and it was only for a very short period of time. But storms mean that we could lose power, and since everything that I do relies on power, it's a bit of a challenge. But the rain is really welcome, and tomorrow it's due to rain. You know, there's going to be quite a lot of showers, and the ground and the land really needs it. From my mega lack of experience of what happens in Portugal, or the seasons or how they work, the idea of there being, from really the beginning of March right through into the summer, there being so very little rain and therefore water, because the village relies on water collecting from the mountain, and if there's no rain, then it's so beautiful, then the springs dry up and the waterfalls go silent. Sorry, it is really atmospheric. The clouds are rolling in and it's kind of grey, and so there's a lot of low cloud swirling around the mountain, but clearly out there's not. I quite like it. Is that really bad? I like the mystery of it. I think that's why we've chosen to be in the mountains. That Bozo, come here a minute. Come here. He's not going to be. Come here. Yeah, I know. He's not happy because we've come out for a walk, and then I'm waxing lyrical about the beauty of these mountains, and he wants to just go back. Just a second. I know, we're going back. Yeah, the prospect of no rain from March right into the summer wasn't good. Now I don't know if that happens, but the last few days for me it's been really warm. So, oh no, how much hotter is it going to get? But so this rain and the next few days, I think there's going to be a lot of rain, and that can only be welcome. It can only be welcome. Fill the streams. The streams are happy though. So that would be good this afternoon to go out and look at the waterfalls and say hello again, because their song has been very quiet. Now I am going to walk through Dog Alley. Their song is not quite as beautiful. As we took our daily walks out onto the mountain and to the valley on the far side of the village, the spring flowers were not just reserved for the villages. The whole side of the mountain began to emerge from its winter slumber and dressed itself in yellows and purples. Yeah. Wow, it's like everywhere's just slightly yellow. Oh, we're going off-piste. So the last time we did this together, it was completely misty, and you just couldn't see a thing, and we kind of slid through. And now, wow, now it's spring has really started with a vengeance. So the mountain is dotted with purple, lilac and yellow. The streams are happy. I think that spring might be their swan song for the summer. I'm not sure what will happen as the rain stops and it dries out, so whether there'll still be water. It's going to be interesting to see the difference. But it has never ceased to amaze me, the pleasure that comes with walking alongside a happy mountain stream.
It's beautiful now because it's green.
Yeah. So we've done this path several times before, and it's always a long slog back up. You can go all the way down to go all the way back. But I think what's so beautiful now is that because the spring is coming, and I said earlier it's the purple or the lilac and yellow flowers that are appearing. The really big trees, so the oaks and the pine, pine is evergreen, the oaks don't have, you can't see anything yet, and I'm quite sure there'll be others that I haven't recognised or learnt, but all around you the water's singing and the birds are really having a jolly time. It's a jolly time. The birds are singing so much. So everything is waking up. And it's just interesting to experience a seasonal cycle in another country and sort of know, well, how does it work here? Kind of makes the slugging up the hill, mountain, whatever. Look at the light on there. Worth it.
The next story I'd like to tell you is about the weeks that Bozo and I spent totally on our own. It was an interesting challenge. Please do subscribe to the channel and click to the bell to be notified for when this story is ready. I'm sure you won't want to miss it. It's a bit emotional. Please do like this video before you leave, and see you next time. Bye bye.